64, weak. Hey! 44, hey, let's get some penetration here.
On first down, Daniels. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they'll have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Mike 58, right there. Watch the run.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he'll be brought down at about the 25 after a pickup of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Now, after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Go! 70, Indy. Ready?
From the gun on third down, Daniels. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Josh Allen in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Fournette running out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Go to 54, go to 54. Why ain't? Check 99. Hatchet. Any weapon. We're going to 54. Why ain't?
Here's Prescott. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 12-yard line.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him. Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
A quick throw complete to Chark. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The kick by Lambo is good. And that'll make it 6-0 here in the 1st. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Man, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Finding his way home for the sack that time, Taven Bryan. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
First down, Arizona. Let it, 15, Ronnie.
6-0 our score after one. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
44, Mike, 44. Hey, Jack, Mike.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. And he's got the hook up to Landry. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and 11.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, Delta.
2nd and 1. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jarvis Landry. His 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Extra point splits the uprights, and they take the lead here at 7-6.
Jaguars 6.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. He's got the first down here inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
A third field goal of the first half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Josh Oliver, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Lambeau now after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Second and 3. Flush to his right. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
The tackle there by Patrick Peterson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff, Geis going right. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Prescott. Off to Geis on the screen. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards, as he'll get this only back to the 20. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And not too much going there, as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
On the ready. Mike, go, go.
On third down, Daniels. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Pulled in at the 24. Well, very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half.
Hey, 47.
58, right over there.
26.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A gain of 22.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a third down and 2. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 47.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will. I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. The final shot before break. Daniels. It's caught by Coleman. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on Here's what we think.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Jaguars. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit, get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They've got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Hey,
Throwing again. Daniels. And his throw is incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and it's third down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
There was no secret who they were trying to get the football to.
Well, no, they went to him on first down, second down, third down, all 3 incomplete.
Yeah, and when you're unable to connect and you force it in that direction, all you're doing is giving confidence to the defense. They feel like they're really hurting you in a big way.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Taken in at the 22. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Geis. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
54 Mike. Oh, you got deep? Hey, watch this.
On second down, here's Fournette. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line. Hey, turn it up. SOS.
Here we go, 47.
Switch.
26.
Here's Geis. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. A shotgun give to Fournette. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this one a 41-yard attempt. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So a letdown there. I mean, you figure for a kicker, these are ideal conditions.
Yeah, partner. I mean, this is a relative chip shot. You're in the center of the field. No real wind to speak of.
None.
And this is just a mishit. Cost them 3 points.
On 1st and 10, Daniels. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags 1st down.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
1st and 10 at the
Kill. 47. Here we go, 46.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Looking long for Westbrook. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Here we go. 480. Check right 54. Right. Hey, kill. Still kill. 47. That's a baby shot. Under 10. 10. Kill. 26.
After the penalty, it's Fournette. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
46.
Geis, they'll try to run it. Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
On the ground, Geis. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Darius Geis with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lambo to add on the extra point. And that stretches the lead to 27. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. That's number 4. Sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Yes, yes. Hey, Charlie. Mike spoke. Let's go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Daniels. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, orbit. Mike spoke. Five. Ready.
From the gun, Daniels. Open man is Kirk, complete. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a 1st down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
44, Mike, 44. We got to get the ball, D. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Daniels. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Here we go. Hey, seam 6.
2nd and 15. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down inbounds. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 15.
44, Mike, 44. I'm coming after you. 44 is the Mike. 44 is Mike. Check. Cut. 5.
From the gun, Daniels. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions because the game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remotes clicking off right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. You have to stay in bounds and run that clock. Coaches, that'll drive them crazy.
Sacrifice a yard or two if you have to. Just go down, in bounds, keep that clock going. It's almost like he was caring more about his fantasy stats than it was about winning the game, and that has to drive a coach crazy.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. They went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Taking it about the 16. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third down, here's Geis. And an alley to run. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up fourth. And Lambo will put this one through, and that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together some pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out.
Hey. So we got man. 44. Now. 44 is the mic. I got him. 44.
Throwing on third and long. Daniels. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
10 Lobo.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it
up. Bravo.
Throwing on first down. Daniels. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And when you break it down, you know, this was just a thoroughly dominating performance.
And I truly thought that we'd have a tight game coming into this.